Hello, CU SoCal. The title of my message today is Protecting and Building Upon Our Culture. This is maybe the most important topic we can talk about, because if we don't protect and build upon our culture, we really don't have anything. And I hope today that after listening to this video, you have several ideas on how we can especially build upon our culture. Now, you probably have a question. How do you define our culture, Dave? Well, in my opinion, there's many words to describe our culture, but the one word that really stands out is caring. We need to outcare everyone, and if we outcare everyone, we're going to be successful in building better lives. Now, the next question you might have is, why should we care about caring? Why should we care about our culture? Well, if we have a robust culture, if we outcare everyone, you're going to be a lot happier in your work environment. You're going to be a lot happier person overall. If we have a robust culture, we're going to be able to take CU SoCal to the next levels because we won't be siloed. We'll be working together. There are so many reasons why we need to protect and build upon our culture. Now, I'm going to start off here with a story, and it's about a gentleman by the name of John Kunkel. John was born in 1916 and later on in life wrote a book that outlines many things that impact our culture. Matter of fact, John had an impact on each and every one of you, and here's how. John, when he was 30 years old, he asked my father, who was 17 years old at the time, to come live with him because my father was physically abused by his father. So John took him in, and John, in all likelihood, had more of an influence on my father's life than anyone else in my father's life. And my father had such a significant impact on me, and I believe to some extent, maybe a small extent, that I've had an impact on our culture, and all of you are part of our culture. So it went from John Kunkel to my father to me, and in part to all of you. So I've learned a whole lot about John Kunkel, and it explains a lot why I am the way I am. Well, John told a story in his book about mother hens and how mother hens are known to be very, very protective, especially with chicklets. And he said when he was a young boy, his mother sat down with him and told him a true story. His mother said that there was a mother hen with her newly hatched chicklets out in a field, and there was a wildfire, and it was moving quickly because of the high winds. And so the mother hen gave out a loud shout. It was the danger shout, whatever kind of noise that is that a mother hen makes. And the chicklets understood that they needed to run to their mother for protection and ran and went underneath the mother. The mother sat on top of the baby chicklets, and the last chicklet barely made it before the fire went over and killed the mother hen. When John's parents picked up the dead mother hen, all of the baby chicklets ran out. They all survived and were probably asking, who's going to feed me? Who's going to shelter me from harm? I share this story because I believe we need to protect our culture in the same way a mother hen protects its chicklets. Now, I'm not saying in any way, shape, or form that anyone needs to sacrifice their life for our culture, but I think you get the idea. Our culture is so highly important that we need to do virtually anything possible other than sacrificing our lives to protect it. I'm going to tell you a second story that also very much connects with our culture. Recently, my 4.5-year-old granddaughter, Scarlett, was making a sandcastle, and she was very proud of it, and she thought it looked very beautiful, and I agree. She did a fantastic job with it. And after completing the sandcastle, she went over to her mother and said, "Mom, can we buy this sandcastle for $5? She very much valued what she had built. But then something funny happened, but it was very profound. Scarlett then went to my wife, her grandmother, and said, "Grandma, if anybody comes by this sandcastle while I go and swim out in the water, I want you to say to that person, halt. Who goes there? Well, where did that phrase come from? And really, what does it mean? Well, it comes from a long time ago. It's when a sentry, a guard, it's what the sentry says to an unknown person. We need to realize that with our culture, we've built it, just like Scarlett built the sandcastle, and we've built something of great value. It's not for sale, but it's something we built that has great value. And secondly, we need to be guardians. We need to be like a sentry with our culture and protect it. And if anyone is working at our credit union, or there's a new team member and we don't believe they're passionate about our culture, our just cause, we need to say, halt. Who goes there? We need to challenge them and call them out. So I now want to give you some examples of what we can all do together, what we can do as individuals to protect and build upon our culture. The first thing, think of the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, written by Stephen Covey. The 5th habit says, seek first to understand and then be understood. We need to first seek to understand. We need to, for example, first remember there's a story behind every face. We need to not prejudge people, especially in this day and age. Seek first to understand. If we do that, we're going to learn, and it's going to show others how much we care, which again is the way we describe our culture. The next thing we can do, and this next thing is more about building upon our culture. We are forging ahead with a diversity, equity, and inclusion program, DEI. As we forge ahead with our DEI program, I am so confident, I'm so excited about the positive impact it's going to have on our culture. We're going to have more diverse views, and the more diverse views we get, the better we're going to be. Here's something else you can do to protect and build upon our culture. Encourage others consistently. They need to deserve it. Don't make something up, but encourage others consistently. Write a sticky note. Make a phone call to someone. Make their day, but encourage others and let them know just how much you care. It doesn't have to be something highly complicated that you do to protect and build upon our culture. Again, it can be just as simple as a sticky note. To protect and build on our culture, oh, it's so important that you give of your time, that you serve others in a humble, servant-like manner. If you really want to care and show how much you care and build better lives, serve others, give of your time, and go to that +1 like in raving fans. There are so many things that you can do to move the ball downfield with our culture. I'm excited about what we're already doing with our culture, but we can certainly do more. On the report card system, I would say right now our grade is probably an A-. And I'm not shooting for an A, I'm shooting for an A+. We should all be shooting for an A+, because the stronger our culture, the more of a chance we have to go to the next level with changing lives. And the more we change lives or build better lives, the more we're going to succeed, the happier we're going to be, the more opportunities you're going to have. It's just something that should very much excite us. Now I want to shift and talk about our telecommuters. Oh my gosh, you've been absolutely amazing. In a moment's notice, you were asked to work at home. In a moment's notice, you were expected to serve other team members and members at the same level you were before you were telecommuting. And our team members, you were so engaged, and because of our great culture, you did it, and you're constantly looking on a day-to-day basis how we can improve. I've had the honor and privilege to talk to 2 or 3 of our telecommuters every week, and they're telling me we're just as, if not more productive, and that there's certain things we need to do to be more productive, but overall, we're very, very productive. I'm also hearing from our telecommuters that they're saving lots of money not having to commute to and from work. It's almost, from what I'm hearing, like a bonus, extra money in their paychecks. That's the equivalent of what they're experiencing. So great job, and a great big shout out to our telecommuters. I now want to talk about our heroes, those team members working at a branch, those team members that are working face to face with our members. Oh my gosh, what an incredible job you're doing. In the last video, I said that there would be a couple of announcements for our heroes. You've already heard about the one, the new hours where we close at 5 o'clock. And the feedback I've gotten is that that was a home run. There was a lot of excitement about that. Well, I also in the last video said that I'd be making another announcement, and I'm making it right now. We are providing $1,000 bonuses to our heroes, and it will be in your next paycheck. So I'll wait for you to scream and yell as you're watching this video. Okay, get it together. So $1,000 bonuses will be in your next paycheck. Now, that's for team members working 37 hours or more. If you work less than 37 hours, there's a slight proration. There's some nuances, but we think our calculations are fair. But the most important message is you are our heroes. You've gone above and beyond, and we so much want to encourage you and tell you how much we support you. But our telecommuters, our heroes, together, we are building better lives in ways I've never seen. And I have said in several videos, our best days are ahead of us, or we're in those best days, and it's coming true. We're already seeing CU SoCal go to the next levels. I still believe even better days are ahead of us. More opportunities for you, more opportunities for our members. So remember the ways that you can protect and build upon our culture. And if we truly protect it and build upon it, there's no saying as to how far we can go. And let's go together. Thank you.